Hello and welcome to Turbo Thumbs. I am Rasta Joe and this is Techno Thumbs, where it's all about our gaming gear. Today, once again, we're talking about Amiibo, Nintendo's Toys to Life toys. Now this time we're going to go a little off format and talk about how we set up our Amiibo display. So let's go look at how we single-handedly put it together. Alright, so here's everything we need to set up our display. Here I've got a baseball bat display case that I bought from Michaels. It's a wood box about 1 meter long from end to end, and that'll give us just enough space for about 11 Amiibos. Also, I've got a hammer and the thin tip screwdriver. We're going to need these for the setup process. Over here I've got my let's call them Amiibo cards. They are the tops of the boxes that the Amiibo come in. I've saved all the ones from all the Amiibo I bought. And over here I've got some removable mounting putty, 11 balls of that. And the reason I'm using that is because it'll stick to the back of the card and also the inside of the box without damaging either one, and it will allow me to rearrange them later if I want to. So let's go ahead and prepare the box. Start by taking the plastic off. Alright, now this box is made of wood, and it's got a nice glass viewing window on the front. This door opens up. So inside it's got a couple wood pieces and this plastic piece meant to hold a baseball. So let's remove the paper first. And the wood pieces should just lift right out. And the plastic piece is stuck on real good though. I don't know if you can see that here. Let me get it in frame. There we go. So it's just a little hard plastic piece meant for the ball. I'm going to use my screwdriver and hammer to remove it. Hopefully we don't get a lot of sticky stuff left over from the sticker. Nope, looks like it came out pretty good. So we'll junk that. And now we're ready to begin placing the cards in as we want them. Once we've done that, we'll use the mounting putty to stick them in place. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set the 12 Amiibo cards in here so I can get them lined up the way I want them. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a piece of wood right here, a piece of wood right here. They kind of mess up the spacing a little bit, so I have to compensate for that. The back in here is felt. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not. And I've tried it out before and the putty does work at holding the cards in place. You just kind of got to work it into that felt so it gets a good grip on the little fibers. Alright, so I've got them about where I want them. So I'm going to start on this end where the card touches the wooden piece. And I'll just take the card, I'll take a ball of putty, and I'm going to work it up, get it warmed up so it's nice and pliable. And I just stick it about dead center of the card. get it nice and flat. Put it right in its place. Just work that putty back and forth. Tiny little motions so it gets a good grip on the felt. Alright. Now since this one sits on the block, I'm going to use a big ball putty. And rather than keeping it a ball, I'm going to flatten it out, or roll it out rather, into a cylinder shape. And I'm going to lay that cylinder shape along the edge of the card that's going to be on the block. And flatten it out. And I kind of want it to be long so it gets more grip on the block in here. And I just got to re-eyeball the spacing to make sure it stays even. Looks pretty good. And press it just onto that block. Get a nice grip. Make sure the bottom's in a good spot. Alright. That was Zero Suit Samus. She's my main in Smash. Let me know in the comments down below what your main is for Smash 4 or any of the other Smashes if you want. Now this is the Dark Pit card, and as you can see it actually says Black Pit on it because it's from Japan, and over there I guess he's called Black Pit. You can see the differences here in the two cards, and even the backs were different from region to region. As you may know, Dark Pit's origin was in Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS, and that game I think is the best game on the 3DS. Even with Smash Bros, even with Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask 3D, I think Kid Icarus Uprising shows off the capabilities of the 3DS better than any other 3DS game that I've seen. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. My personal Amiibo collection is up to 59 now. I'll show you guys the whole set at the end. But let me know how many you have, which series you got. And what's your training style? I actually kind of cheated and used the brain dead method for a lot of my Amiibo, which is to build a stage where the Amiibo doesn't want to move and it just sits there, and it's very interesting. It just sits there. You set it for a long timed match. You don't have to do anything except let it play out. When the time's up, it goes to sudden death. Whoever dies, dies. Gets killed by the bombs that eventually show up. But then the Amiibo just jumps in levels. I mean, the first time starting an Amiibo off from 0, I think mine were jumping up to like level 34 or something like that. It's crazy. So a lot of mine were trained like that, but a lot of my favorite characters I trained myself, like Zero Suit Samus and Link. What else? I think Sheik I trained, Toon Link, Shulk, I know I trained him. And I prefer, if I'm good enough with the character, to use the same character against the Amiibo. But sometimes, if I'm not good enough, I'll just use my main Zero Suit Samus and just beat on him as hard as I can. It seems to me that's the best way to make him tough. So what I'm putting in now is the Wolf Link. That's the one that came with Twilight Princess HD. Here I've got Toon Link, and this is the European version. You can see it's got another name here, Link Cartoon, and also, I don't know, the age is on all of them, but anyway. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm leaving it a little thicker on this end, since it's going to be sitting like at an angle on the block. Hopefully that will help it keep a good grip. Push that on there. Nice and good. Alright, I can feel that it's gripping. Doesn't want to tip up. And lastly, we've got Link here. This was my first Amiibo. And Wave 1 came out. Went and bought this day one. I've actually had this card sitting around since then, however long that's been. I didn't know for the longest time that I was gonna do my display this way, but I just had the desire to keep all the cards, and I've been saving them all ever since day one. Alright, so there is all the cards put in. And so it's just going to be like this up on the wall. And now this box is ready to be mounted. it. We've got our Amiibo set up in this beautiful display that will last a lifetime, thanks to my superior carpentry skills. That's it for this episode of Techno Thumbs. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave us a comment down below. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/turbothumbs or on Twitter at twitter.com/turbo_thumbs. Once again, I am Rasta Joe, and I want to thank you for checking out Turbo Thumbs. Now let's leave it on a close-up shot of our beautiful Amiibo display.